86 megs, that only leaves 256 megs for the host operating system. So you can see you're really going to start losing performance there. And as we go and configure and install Microsoft Virtual Server, we'll be talking a lot more about the system requirements, the CPU allocation, the RAM allocation, the hard drive allocation, and how all that works. But I just wanted to point out that these system requirements really just give you kind of the minimums to run Microsoft Virtual Server. So those were our host operating systems. Now let's look at our guest operating systems. So these are our guest operating systems. You can run Windows 2003 Server, but no 64-bit versions. You can run Windows 2000 Server and Advanced Server, Windows NT4 with Service Pack 6A, and of course Windows XP. Now certain versions of Linux OS are now supported as guest operating systems. And really those have worked all along, but there haven't been the virtual machine add-ins available to make the performance and the usability a little bit better. And Microsoft has never supported it officially, saying that they would help you if you called in with support. So now let's talk about virtual server licensing. So when it comes to licensing of virtual machines, in general, you must have a host license for each host operating system and each guest operating system. So say you have a Windows 2003 server as the host and you're running, say, 3 copies of Windows 2003 server as the guest. That's a total of 4, so you need 4 copies of Windows 2003 server. So you're not saving on licensing by running virtualization, but you are saving on hardware, of course, by using virtualization. Now, some of the recent changes when it comes to Microsoft Virtual Server licensing are listed here. First off, you're only required to have a guest operating system license for each running copy of the guest OS. Now, to me, this is just logical, and this is how it should have always been. And I think this is how most people did it. But now it's officially in the Microsoft licensing agreements that you only have to have a guest operating system for each running copy of the guest OS. So say you created 10 different virtual machines of Microsoft Windows 2003 Server, but you only ran one of them at a time. Well, you only need 1 license, is all that's really saying. Another new change is that you can move licensed guest operating systems from one server to another. Well, to me, this is just another thing that just makes common sense.